Well, this is what I find so amusing and tragically amusing about the left, who are always the great anti-imperialists,
Yes.
forever condemning Western imperialism and colonialism, and yet, of course, Islam is the great imperial colonizing religion. It's in its blood, and it was only in the 1970s that you got this nonsense that Islam means peace. There was there was never any association between Islam and peace. This was done in the 1970s to try to make Islam more palatable to naive Western liberals who fell for it and welcomed the idea in. But of course, if you want a clue about what Islam is, just look at the etymology of the name Islam. What does it mean? Submission, right? This is about submission. The only way peace is associated with Islam is when the entire world submits to Islam. Then the world will be at peace because everybody will have converted over. But apart from that, it's utterly an imperial invention, started, from a very small location, and it's spread globally. And of course, the goal of many is the caliphate, to restore the ancient system of government that ruled the Islamic world. And of course, remember, that went into Spain and to Portugal. They see Europe very much as their entitlement. They're trying to do it here. My to name drop again, but my ancestor led the right flank of the cavalry at the siege of Vienna in 1683, which stopped the Turks from attacking Europe and invading Europe. And that was the last time that Islam threatened Europe, was in 1683. And we've had 300 years of complacency since then because, of course, nobody took the Islamic world seriously because it wasn't an economic challenger to Europe. But we forgot about the centuries of war that existed between this great clash of cultures, this clash of civilizations, and we became too complacent, we became too sure of our own security and safety. That applies to all of Europe, but that also explains, of course, why Central and Eastern Europe is so opposed to mass immigration, why places like Poland haven't taken in refugees from this part of the world, because they and the Hungarians and the Romanians, they know full well what it's like to face Islam.